Hey everyone, I hope you're hot, because I'm gonna cool you down. I'm Icemaniak and welcome to Moon Legend. So Moon Legend is an RPG similar, at least that's what I would like to compare it with, Diablo 3. The combat is the same, kind of the same. The skills are similar, and also the way of enchanting, the way of how items work. It's all similar to Diablo 3. The reason I make this video is I want to show you a bit more about the class I am using, which is the Slayer, as you get a Blader. See, I'm already thinking in Diablo terms. But I want you guys to know more about the Blader, because I'm going to make a few videos of this game, and I am not going into a lot of depth in those videos, because we are going to do dungeons, we are going to do endless towers and stuff like that. But I still want you guys to know about the skills I'm using, what they do, and what the hell am I even doing. So that's why I'm making this video. So, Moon Legend. It's the second closed beta. I was part of the first one as well, together with a good friend of mine. And we played through it a lot. And I'm actually perhaps one of the best out of 200 people. No, I'm saying that wrong. I'm probably around rank 200 with power compared. Because if we go to combat power, we have the ranking list right here. Place 100 is 195, and I am 185. Yeah, so it's only 10k a differential. So I'm pretty strong. The good friend of mine is also around this level, so we are pretty strong in the game itself. But yeah, let's get into the skills a little bit. The skills I'm using, which is now the most important thing, of course. We have our auto attack, which is sweep. It enables you to brandish your weapon and deliver triple slashes, inflicting AoE damage at 150 physical attack. And the third attack will do a knock-up. It will look like this, like a lamppost, as you can see right here. No, but it will look like this. Right? It's very slow. It's not really. It's very useful for the third attack, which is the knock-up. Because my build, I'm going to tell you right now, is all based on two things. Giving myself buffs and using those buffs in a cyclone, which is this, I will show you in a minute, and simultaneously using my auto attack, right? So Cyclone, which I just showed you, enables you to quickly spin and cast a cyclone, inflicting AoE damage at 300% almost, and increasing my movement speed while casting. So this is the main skill of the build that I'm using, which is of course just tornado. You're slashing through hordes of enemies and you're dealing damage. But now comes the buffs, right? So as I told you, this is what I'm using. I'm only using my cyclone at the same time as I'm using my auto attack. So we now have the W. Lets out a vicious cry, inflicting AoE damage on surrounding enemies and decreasing their physical attack. Right? So that is useful because I'm a melee person and I want to get in there, especially with my Q. So I need the enemy to do as least amount of damage possible to me as they can. So, which really helps with threatening roar. I also have a fierce rage, forcefully hammers the ground, inflicting AoE damage for 800% physical damage, launching them in the air. The enemies land stunned. So the beautiful thing about this is that it has an 800% physical attack, which is quite a lot, because normally damages would go around 300 or 400 physical attack. This one does 800, which is a lot of damage, and if you're in a pickle, you just knock up your enemy, you're free to go wherever the hell you want. So that is really beautiful. Of course, stuns, I should tell you this, stuns and stuff like that don't work on enemies, but it's very nice damage, because you can, whenever I'm busy with this, in between you can do this, and you can continue onwards. Oh, this is by the way how the threatening roar looks. It's just a scream, lovely. But we also have sonorous roar. Lets out a shout, increasing attack and critical rate of surrounding allies by 15% for 10 seconds. This skill stuns enemies in its range for 1 second. So, also a buff for myself and the allies around me. Which means the allies around me have more critical rate and more damage. And also myself, so it means that the boss or whatever you're fighting is gonna be way easier. It also has a stun. It has a fear. I only have a stun because I have a leg equipped that gives me the stun instead of the fear. Because what you normally want to do with big crowds, you don't want to fear them, because if you fear them, the monsters will walk away from you. And that's normally not the case what you want to do in dungeons and stuff. You want them to stay close as possible so everyone can deal damage on everyone. Just saying. Next one, last ditch effort. So this is a shield that increases my physical attack by 20% and absorbs incoming damage for 10 seconds. Absorbed damage equals 20% of max HP. So 20% of my HP, which will be 24k, will be I have a shield for 24k of damage. And in the meantime I have a 20% increase of damage for 10 seconds, which is a lot. Now we go on with the last skill, which is also a buff for myself. Main weapon skill attack inflicts more damage, and my attack speed is increased by 20% with MP recovery. So while I have this active, this will all cost a lot of mana, as you can see at the right bottom corner. Even keeping my cyclone up will cost a lot of mana. So when I have this skill up, I will get more mana back, and while I am actually, 1 second, while I'm actually doing this, I will do more damage, because my auto attack will do 20% increased damage. But not only that, I will attack faster as well. That combined with my Cyclone Slash and the other buffs, I will do a lot of DPS. I mean, you will see in the videos as well, because I have a few pre-recorded already. 80% of the time I will stand at the top of the party's most dealt damage. So it's a really strong build. It has some risks, because you don't have any thing to run away with quickly, because there are skills like this where you can run away or run to an enemy very quickly. You have skills which buffs your defense, gives you double HP and stuff like that. I don't use them, so it's a very risky build, but it also does a lot of damage. This is all damage focused versus enemies, not PvP, PvE. This is very good versus PvE. So yeah, so you kind of have an idea from what I will be using in dungeons and stuff. I will be slashing, spinning, slashing. Sometimes I will literally activate everything, and then I will continue my way through the monsters. Yeah, that is kind of what I am using on this game. There are other classes, there are other skills that I am not using and not getting into either, because it's a lot to take in. It's a lot to take in, and yeah, it's the only thing you need to know. It's kind of like Diablo, and it's most definitely like Diablo. And the skills I already told you, so yeah. So that's what I will be using in the dungeons. So yeah, I think that's all you kind of need to know about it. I will explain the dungeons while we're at it, while we are recording and stuff like that with my good buddy. And yeah, thank you all so much for watching. I hope you are excited to get into it. And yeah, thank you for watching. Stay cool, guys, and we'll see you all tomorrow with a brand new video. Goodbye.